Howdy folks, welcome to the IPaintcreatures YouTube channel. Hope you're having a fantastic day and a great week. And I always like to start these videos out by giving an IPC shout out to all you kind folks who take your precious time, come in here and view the videos, get entertained, get informed, get inspired, and most of all, hopefully get very empowered by what I present here. And today I'm showing you a commission I did of my classic signature fantastical creatures. The guy on the left or right above me here, right up here, is they're all kind of musical mech creatures, and I call this one a Gaku because he's got the piano teeth and the signature of what I do. And I'm just doing the inking, and then I do a full-on gouache painting to color it in. But today I wanted to do a quote by one of my biggest inspirations in creature art, and that's the incredible Brian Froud. He's responsible for the Dark Crystal and the Labyrinth and all the incredible designs of the incredible creatures, and the latest Dark Crystal that was on Netflix, I think. And he says, "For me, drawing is the attempt to understand what I feel about the world I live in." And I can't echo that enough. My whole life, I've always felt that I saw this world and I could function in this world, but I always had what I call a poetic vision, right? Which Brian Froud, I have pretty much every book he's ever done, and I love reading when he writes the forwords and little dialogues, because he's not much of a poet or a word person, but he's an incredible illustrator. And I believe he's one of those painters, illustrators who uses creatures as a metaphor to, kind of express, like he's saying in this quote, so how he feels about the world he lives in. And I've always loved Brian Froud because I learned he has a method a lot like me where he'll let the art speak to him more than, determining he's going to draw this fire Gaku musical mech guy. He just starts sketching on it and lets a lot of the traditional media blend and blur and smear all over the page, and then he starts noticing the creature's features, and then he's so schooled in traditional fine art medium of doing anatomy of figures that he just does the most incredible, believable creatures. But I've read enough of him, and he talks a lot about this thing called the second sight, which is, kind of like your third eye, but it's basically, to me, activating your imagination. And so definitely drawing, painting, creative writing, and even, spending my day using creative thinking and correcting a lot of my negative thoughts and getting positive thoughts, and, really living very poetic, like poetry in motion more than just writing it and reading it, integrating all the arts into my living experience. And I believe I do a lot of my writing and poetry, since I've been doing it so long, and a lot of my painting and drawing is definitely to reveal more about me. And on the surface level of the craft, it reveals a lot of my confidence and courage to move forward and take these ideas that are deep down in my soul, my spirit, and bring them to the surface, and have a lot of confidence that I can express them in the world. And it'll attract love, and it'll attract success, and most of all, what's really important in my life is really rich social experiences. And that's why I've always loved the arts, because I know when I gather in the arts, I kind of have a medium that's a little deeper than a lot of the surface, daily kind of splash talk. And it gets into the fine metaphors of really feeling the world and getting a reflection. So like even these creatures I'm painting right here on the speed paint, I have so much fun because it's revealing a lot of things to me and showing me like what my capabilities are, and then it also shows the possibilities of like the same thing that I'm a big Star Trek fan, in the sense that Star Trek, Gene Roddenberry, he took the model of the great science fiction writers and he made a TV show, and he allowed you to explore a lot of these concepts that are real mysterious in our lives and are kind of uncertain, and makes life really exciting, that it's really mysterious on a level, and some things we will never figure figure out, but we can always get in touch the way we feel and how we move through spaces, and then how we feel, I think, directly has a direct connection to how successful you are and how you have rich relationships and very wealthy experiences in this lifetime. So definitely, don't always look at drawing as you need to learn how to draw perfectly and be able to render stuff, because we've grown up in a lot of pop worlds in the last, 50 years. A lot of us have, grown up in all these different eras, but, the pop art seems to rule it. And pop art, it's always really refined and glossy and glowing, but we don't get into the process. And I think the process is, even if you're a person, I draw stick figures, it doesn't matter, because to me, like, go ahead and draw stick figures, but just do it every day for fun, and do it to get in touch with how you feel, more than like you're going to be this great artist, whatever. And I think most artists like me, I've been able to make a living at it because I got so much feedback from it, and it was teaching me so much about myself, and it was a great outlet, to discover myself and still stay active. And then, the better I got at it, it became a social agent to connect with everyone. So definitely, do some creative writing. And I always just encourage, do creative thinking, because at the heart of all the arts I do, from drawing, painting, to poetry, to performance, to martial arts, to dance, to anything that is considered art, it's always had a sacred element. And the sacred element is that I'm not really doing it to show off or to show to other people. I'm doing it to reflect back me, and give me a lot of confidence in my ideas inside myself. And the classic meme or cliche, stay in your lane. And one way to stay in your lane is use the arts, use drawing, painting, creative thinking, creative social act, entrepreneuring, anything outside the box where you can bring your source energy to the surface, and have that generate your life, manifest things, attract things, bring the positivity, allow you to also remove yourself from some things that basically you're not aligned with. So yes, Brian Froud, thank you very much. And it's better to feel about the world we all live in and understand ourselves, and then we can love more, we can give more, and we can most of all have incredible, rich experiences. So thank you for watching the video, and I'll talk to you all real soon.